Well, I want to thank you, Sienna. And basically, I want to thank the Miller family, all of them for introducing me to the herb Ganoderma. We're living in a time period so important right now, with being concerned with your health. And a lot of people, I have shared with people to go to the website plagueofdeath.com, and you'll see that the plagues that already has started. This herb, Ganoderma, Gano means shiny skin, was brought into this country 7 years ago, and it was for a purpose. Keeping in mind what I'm sharing with you, this herb was never in this country before, but it was allowed to come in this country. And when I was introduced, I studied biology and microbiology, human physiology. I learned to study different form of science in order to be able to help my children, because as a father, it's my job to be the protector of the family. And so when I was introduced to this herb, the first thing that came to my mind, they said the king of Ganoderma. Michael Jackson was known as king of pop. James Brown was king of soul. So my thing was, why was this herb called the king of Ganoderma? And so when I did the research. I found some deep secret things about that herb. One of the things I want, before I get started, I'm not here to, give you some form of a diagnosis of how to cure whatever your ailment is. What I want to tell you, you seek out a doctor. And what I'm going to provide for you today, this is a means of alternative. The key thing is this word diet. It's important. The word diet is a way of living. And I'm going to ask a question. How many of you wants to die? Okay. So most of y'all here wants to live. So you have a choice to live or die. This is the king of herbs. And you think about it, as a king, every kingdom has subjects. When you partake of this herb has just about every element that is necessary for you. It's powerful. Grenadium, if I'm saying it right, it's an oxygen element. And Sienna was talking about arthritis and things like that. If you got a child that having upper respiratory problem, asthma. My grandbaby was diagnosed with asthma when he was little. He started taking that hot chocolate, it cleared it up. It's an herb of immortality. There's mortality and immortality. What you got to act immortality. We know some of you who read the Holy Scripture, they talk about the corruptible putting on the incorruptible, the mortal putting in immortality. This is what this herb is all about. It's some deep secrets about this herb a lot of people don't know. It is a mushroom, which is of a fungus. And this fungus, and I want to share this with you, this fungus right here covers, it covers the fish, which is of the water. It covers the beasts, the birds, and the creepy things. These are the 4 living creatures, and this thing right here covers all that. The fish with the frogs, all that's in the water, the birds, the things in the air. You got the creepy things like the grasshoppers when the plague came. But when you understand what this all consists of, what the plague consists of, it was a fungus. But this right here can control this right here. It is a saprophyte, which means it feeds on the dead. There's 2 types of fungus. One is parasitic and one is helpful to the body. This one is helpful. Its job is to destroy death. And I always say to people, know their blood type. Know your blood type, because it's very important. There's 4 types of blood. It's so coincidental where you got 4 creepy things. Depending on what region of the world that you're in, if you near the water, you're going to eat of fish. If you live in the wild kingdom, you're going to eat of the beast. Live in the high region, the birds. If you're in the desert area for some time, the creepy thing. You eat the crickets, they all clean, depending on which kind you eat. It is also known as the fountain of life. And what I'm encouraging people at this appointed time, they partake and get this herb in their system while they have time. The plague has already begun, which in New Mexico, if you go to the site, plagueofdeath.com, you're going to see the plague. Where it's breaking out in the Arizona, in that valley, they call it a valley fever, is also known as the Death Valley. The south winds are going through that valley and scooping up this fungus and taking it across the United States. They had episode a few weeks ago in New York and New Jersey. But this right here, but the key thing, it's no quick fixing. People always looking for quick fixing. I call this the microwave generation. They want, if it took 20 years for your toes to get crooked, they overlapping each other. Don't think in one day your toe gonna straighten out. You know, that's how people is. They think that, hey, can I get some Ganoderma? I got some corns on my toes with a Ganoderma. Some, you got some smart people. They always got something, I say, well, hey, you need more than, but, they ain't gonna go there. But, but the thing is to understand the power of what has been given to us. And I ask people this, who would you rather listen to? Somebody that's been around for 4,000 years or somebody that's going to live for 70 years? Now tell me what you're going to listen to. Whose advice you going to take? Somebody who's living for 4,000 years. This herb has been over 4,000 years. So let me tell you something. If I ate of that, what would that tell me? I will live. This was given. The earth is under command at this appointed time. We enter in the time of period what they call the restoration. That's why this herb was bought in this country, because it's commanded to restore those who going to live. And it's very intelligent. It helps boost your immune system. Now, so if your mind ain't right, if you one of those people say, well, I'm gonna try Ganoderma and see what it's gonna do for you. It ain't gonna do nothing for you. You don't believe anyway. So you might as well try it. You ain't gonna what benefit? Because your immune system works with your thought. And so I'm encouraging people to get this Ganoderma into their system. They come in the spores. If you can afford the spores, I'm encouraging people to get it, along with the mycelium. It's powerful. And I think the king of coffee also has that spores in it that they need to get in their system. I encourage schoolers getting ready to start, and I'm trying to warn people right now because they want to enforce vaccination. If you want to stay healthy so you don't want to go, get this in your system. This right here is here for us to help us make it through. Don't forget what I said. It was in this country. It allowed to come in 7 years, and it's also known as another name. I'm finding out it is of this family. This family, this is what it's called also. I hope I'm spelling it wrong, right. That's the other name. Yeah, it's also known as the reishi mushroom. But this is of the same family. And so they coming out, I was introduced to them. I said, this is the king. And they said this, and when I did the research, it's the same family. So they're coming out with, they're figuring this out right now. But this is all I really wanted to share with you about the Ganoderma. So much else I would love to share, but I'm on a limited amount of time. So at this point in time, I'm going to turn it back over to the next speaker. Cassandra, you.
Cassandra, yeah.